Hey everybody, Dave Nassani, 5 minutes of Dave's Hammock Wisdom, caregiverdave.com. I put a post on Facebook about the Supreme Court nominee, and I never do political things because I don't like to be on one side or the other side, because all of my caregivers are on both sides, and I just don't want them to be distracted or to alienate half of the population. So I just keep my opinions to myself. But I think I can safely say what I'm about to say. I wrote a post, and I'll just tell you what I said. It said that no matter whether you think Kavanaugh is innocent or guilty, comma, I think we should not judge, but it's very difficult to not judge because half of the country has their mind made up that he did it, half of the country has their mind made up that he did not do it. And I was trying to figure out, because I'm known for my wisdom, what would be a great way to get to the bottom of this. And the first thing that popped into my mind, would I feel the same way whether he was guilty or innocent, and I'm thinking of you too as well, if this person was not a conservative, if he was a liberal like Matt Lauer or like Chuck Schumer, would that change my opinion? So I tried to remove my prejudices from this, and it's very, very difficult. Very difficult. You know, when the end justifies the means. But I'm a good guy, and so I tried as hard as I could to remove myself. And I guess that's why they go through such painstaking interviews in selecting a jury on cases. You know, some people believe OJ did it, some people believe he was framed. You know, because there's preconceived notions about how fair the police are, LAPD at the time, and so nothing, including facts or seeking the truth, would affect someone's opinion who's been so jaded by the LAPD. You know, if they've been pulled over and abused several times, it would be almost impossible for them to try to look at that case with just the evidence alone. And so it is with Kavanaugh. You know, the minds are made up, and yes, it's true, if you can put aside your prejudices and pretend that that person is not a conservative but a liberal, would you still come to the same conclusion? I think very, very few people could do that. It's like when you're in a court of law and the one attorney says something that's outrageous and the other attorney objects, and the judge says, objection sustained. The jury will disregard what they just heard. Really? The jury is going to just pretend that wasn't said? They're going to erase it from their memory? Impossible. And that's how our prejudices are. So, you know, I guess if it was easy, everyone would do it. But our country is so divided. And, gosh. And there are Christians on both sides of this issue, right? People who love Jesus on both sides. And so all I could say is, I don't know what I can say. It's a tough one. So hang in there. Don't judge. Try to put yourself in the other person's position. I think the Bible does say, treat others the way you would want to be treated, you know? If that was everyone, a lot of people know me. If that was me, if someone was accusing me of it, I was saying if I was ever accused of something like that, and there was the same evidence and same testimony and same circumstances, gosh, it would be, first of all, I wouldn't want to be in that position, because there's no way that I could clear my name. There will always be a cloud hanging over my head. And, you know, I remember back in the 60s and the 70s when the judges seemed to release guilty person after guilty person because there wasn't enough evidence, you know. And I think that's why Judge Rose Bird in California got recalled, because there was just too many of those kinds of cases. And I remember they used to say, it's better for 10 guilty men or women to go free than to put one innocent man behind bars. And, you know, you don't hear a lot of that today. So those are my thoughts. Not saying one way or the other how I feel. I'm just saying this is an interesting topic for debate. We're so divided over it that we really need to come together. Thanks. Have a good day.